Everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to the Sunday Stashbuster series where we are working on busting my stash of 163 paper pads. We are still working on paper pad number 1, but we've just about got it done. So let me show you. These are the full-size paper pad pages that I have left. And so, and some scraps, okay? So originally I had planned to cut this down to go in my one little word book, but I'm going to keep these for something else. So I'll be cutting that down like this, and then I'll have these two scraps. But I have an idea for those. Okay, I have this page of words, and I have this page of mason jars, a page of letters, a stack of letters. So let me tell you about these right here, okay? So one thing I'll be doing each week with my paper pads is I'm going to choose some that are neutral or that go along with upcoming kits that I have, or upcoming journals I have, and I'm going to put them in my Cricut pile. Okay, so you know that I have the hearts. I'll put it through. It'll cut a whole page of hearts. Okay, and it'll cut a whole page of these. Okay, so I will be going ahead and going through, and I think I get 6 on each page. So we'll be cutting tags and hearts very soon, and I will actually pull the Cricut out and we'll film that. But for right now, I'm going to be taking some of the pages that are, like I said, that are kind of neutral, or that will go with something I have coming up. So those pages will be going there. I also use like some of the funny pages that, you know, that just don't, they might have words on them. They might have like a big wreath, and I will use those also and cut them with, or cut the tags out of those. They turn out really cool. So, okay, so I do have a page of the cut apart, so I'll be cutting that out, and I will be cutting these words. And I will be cutting all of the letters down into, I think they were like 2 1/4 inch strips is what I did. And so I will be doing that so that I can use those. But you could also cut the tags out of those pages. So let me just give you a peek at what I have done. So this is from the cover, and I went ahead and my word is order 2021. I had this cute little flamingo sticker, and I just need to add my holes here, and this is going to be my title page. Remember, I did have the words for my title page. I did not like the way that turned out, so we are using this. Another thing that I did is I went through and I added pockets onto the index pages. These are the rest of the pockets. I got them on the ones that already have their tabs cut. So I added those. I think they were 6 3/4 inches. I have colored in my one little words, and then I end up with an extra spot, and so I made cards for that extra spot. So, and let me show you what I did here. I added a pocket to the front using all those scrap pages, because basically what I had left of the papers that I want to use in here, I just had these long pieces that were this wide, and then some of them were a little bit wider. So I took some of those and I just pieced it together. I have this pocket down here and this one over here. So what I did was I put these two across the top. They fit perfectly. Just glued them down so they're glued flat to the bottom here. Then I took this one and it's just glued here and here. And this one is glued here and here. So I have a pocket here and I have a pocket back here. Okay, so, and then these are the pieces that I have left. I have cut aparts left and I have those pieces left. Okay, those are my big pieces that I have left. I think I can look back here and see. Oh, I put those Webster Pages stickers from yesterday's video. I stuck them in here because I think I can use them in this. And I'm trying to keep everything in this binder instead of having a big old box. So this is the pen that I'm going to be using. It was my dad's. It's Stabby Layout markers. He used these. He was a draftsman. He used these on his drawings of the houses. So this is all the small pieces that I have left at this time. Some more words. Okay. And here's the words. And these are the snack size envelopes. I love these. Okay, so I have these that are left from what I made here. Okay, so I have at least 12 of these, and we're going to make one real quick. And they have the paper doily thing from my punch. They have the punch from the cover, where I punched the cover, and they have a word on a 3x4 card. Okay, these cards are all from the paper scraps. Okay, so yeah, you could use a Project Life card, but we're working on paper pads. Okay, so we can go ahead and this one's going in Shelly's. I think we'll just go ahead and grab this one right here. I think those other ones all got spoken for in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to put them over here in my little thing. But that gives us a pink one. This is my Paper Shapers Scallop Edge Punch. I believe it's a 2-inch. Okay, and then I have this punch. This is EK Success. It is discontinued, but when I've used it before, people have been able to find it sometimes on eBay. So anyway, what I do with this is it has a hard time, so I have to stand up and lean on it and rock it to make sure that you can hear it crack. Okay, and then I go ahead and I empty out those, and hopefully I can pull it out. Now it's stuck in two places probably. That right there and that. See, just barely. But it's okay. This is a thicker book page, and that's why it is working, okay, at all. It doesn't like the thin, okay. But so I have my little thing, and what I did is I went through and I was able to cut 3 from this side, 2 from that side, and so there's that. So then we're going to want this was one of our large pieces that we had. And so what I did with this is I went ahead and I cut this one at 4 inches. Okay, because I need my card to be, and then I put these over with my strips, and then I go ahead and I measure it to 3 inches. Okay, and you can go ahead and cut the rest. I don't need any more, so we'll put that in for something else that might come up while we're doing this, because like I still need to do my self-portrait and do that, and I want to do it as a page, so I will probably use some of the scraps to do that. And okay, so what I did was I went ahead and, you know me and the puddle, I just like to go ahead, put a puddle down, and then put a puddle of glue on there and add that there. Okay, and then for my words, what I did was I took one of the scrap pieces that I had. Okay, so scrap piece, and I can come up here like this. Okay, and there's the word heart. Scissors would be good. Okay, and I just went ahead and cut my words out. And the words that weren't words, I went ahead and believe it or not, I threw them away. I only kept the actual words. Okay, so then I can just take and put my word on here. That's how easy that was, and I made one for each month. I don't know which one I'm going to use for which. I'll read the instructions and pick the one that feels like it should be there. If you're here at the premiere, I'm waving hi, and say hello to Midnight. Hi, Midnight. I'm so glad you joined us today. If this is your first Dear Julie premiere, just know it is a pre-recorded video, but we get to have a live chat. Our live chat is during the premiere at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time every day, and you can join us in that by hitting the live chat button right down there. Come on over, say hello, introduce yourself so that we can welcome you. We also have our Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group. That's another place that we're able to keep in touch. You are able to post your projects there and get to know each other better there as well. And don't forget, there is a full digital kit in the file section waiting for you while we are home, safer at home. So let's get back to our program. But there I have another one. So, but I do have, this one will be for February, the love one. I just think that, you know, that one will be cool for February. And then there's my favorite word, enjoy. And another one, amazing, fearless, everything, smile, luck. So that will be March. But this gives you a look at what I did. I even used this one. There's right there is the Best Buy sticker. And I went ahead and cut this out of the cover and just put it on there anyway. Okay. So that is another way I used the Paperpad, was I made this whole set of cards. So you could make a set of cards for you to use in a journal. Very, very easy. And so I think that that's a great use. And you can see, you know, that everything matches. And oh, I also did the back pocket. Okay. So the back pocket has two pieces on top, one on the bottom, and then a strip here. And I cut it a little short, so I just put right up there. Okay. So, again, this was from the cover, and I liked it because it has all the different pages. I think that that's really fun. So, we can go ahead and just put this right in here. Again, there's going to be other things that I might want colored paper for. Okay, so let's grab our sheet. Okay. Okay, we'll do the little canning jars. Okay, so something that I like to do, sometimes you'll have a paper pad, and it will have like tickets, or I have one that has cassette tapes, things like that. I like to fussy cut the things out. And as you can see, some of these are going to go over onto the next. I will cut the jar out, and then usually I'll put, you know, when I go to use it, I will go ahead and and cover it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't cut and talk at the same time. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to go around these while we're watching TV or something. And I will have this fun full set of canning jars. I think that they will be fun for Happy Mail. They will be fun for some of my journals. I like to use things that are old, use things that are new, and use things that most people would throw away. And I like to use a mixture of all those. And so that's what you're gonna find when you look back at my old videos. I love color, so that's why I had a paper pad like this, because I love color. And so yeah, so just cutting those and having them ready. Now, if you don't want to keep things around, like say you're doing this, you can go ahead and when you're sending out Happy Mail, somebody might be saying, hey, I'm looking for strawberries, and there you go. You have a strawberry jar to send to them. Okay. You can also use this in your DIY stuff. As a matter of fact, this paper pad had a lemon page in it, and it is going to be I have 2 picture frames that I want to change out for whatever my kitchen is. I want them to go with my kitchen, whether it be that I've changed it out for a holiday, or like if it's lemons, or if it's fall. Okay, so you see, cutting down across those little rounds, that just adds character. It doesn't make it look bad. So now getting to these ones that have the flowers, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with those. I kind of like the flowers. So another thing is, if you don't want to do something like this, you can go ahead and run tags through this, and a lot of times you won't even be able to tell that there were jars on here. That's what happened when I cut out the papers. The scraps that I had, a lot of them you couldn't tell that these were jars the way that they cut. They just the lines looked like they were, decorative lines, and it's kind of cool. Okay, so there you go. So that's one of the things I would do. So if you have jars in there and you don't want to use it as a paper, or you can use, because usually you get 2 or 3 sheets of the same thing, you can use one as your as your page, and then you can use the other one for to cut out, okay, and have die cuts. Okay, so there's that one. And so we'll put that in the go cut it pile. Okay, so next we're going to pull this one out. So we have 5 items in 12 inches. 5 items in 12 inches. So let's get an idea. Okay, I've pulled the measurer, the ruler out. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the strip off, put it over there, and so there's going to be 6 right there. Okay, if I pull this up so I can read it on the thing. So there's 2, there's 2.5. You can't do 2.5. 2 and 3, 2 1/4 would put us right here. And then, so then we'd go 1, 2, no, 2 1/4. So 1, 2 1/4. That would put us at 4.5. Because I want to, what the thing is I want to be able to put these, like if you had a tile, like a Scrabble tile holder, and you could just make these into squares. That's what I wanted to do. I don't know if it's gonna work. So you know, let's go ahead, and we've got the other piece that we've already cut. Let's see. Okay, so this is 2.5, and we know that 2.5 is too big. We can't do 2.5. But what if we cut this and then we turned it around and we just made this 2 inches? Okay. Okay, nope, 2 1/4. 2 1/4, because we've got leaves. Okay, that puts it all the way down there. Okay, that's 2 1/4. Okay, we can cut a little closer than that. 2 1/8. That's going to be right on those leaves. That's okay. Okay, so if we do 2 1/8, okay, we've got a Houston. We definitely have a problem here. 2 1/8. So what did we do? Did we cut it? So it's cut at 2 up there. So it looks like we can cut it at 2. Okay, so that's cutting it at 2 inches. We've got 3, we've got 6 on here. So if we go to 2 inches, cut each of these at 2 inches. So this is an alphabet, but it only has one of each letter on each page. So there's 2. You probably can't see this, but I'm cutting these at 2 inches. 2. Nope, won't work. Won't work. Won't work. Okay, so at least we have them 2 inches top to bottom, right? This G is going to be humongous. We'll go ahead and cut between the G and the F and the G. Okay, so there's an F, and then we'll cut the piece off because the G is huge. Okay, okay, so if you wanted to spell fig, F-I-G, you could spell fig. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with the letter page. Okay, again, you could go ahead, put it through the Cricut, cut hearts out of it. You're going to get some, you know, your hearts are going to be pieces of the letters, but that's okay. That's okay. So so that's what I would do with that one. And again, this, you can do any of the above. You can go ahead, you know, always looking for words. So cutting these words down and putting them in that bag, I think that that's going to be a great way for me to use these. I can use this with a variety of colors and themes, and I could even, you know, you haven't seen me do the coffee painting yet, but I can do the coffee ground painting, and so maybe we'll do that on that. Okay, so I showed you, told you what we're gonna do. So yeah, so basically when I get these other pieces filed and these other ones cut, this paper pad is, it's done. Okay, so the next paper pad I have is a Heidi swap paper pad. It's missing a lot of the pages. I've already used a lot of them. It's kind of along the same colors as this, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to bust that one next. And also waiting in the wings, I have a brand new full paper pad, and I'm going to be making my granddaughter her journal out of this one. I'm going to be using the psychedelic stuff and the stars. So the star pages, this stuff, she liked the roses and she liked the cut aparts. So yeah, so like this page is going to be in that. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that I may go ahead, and I have some cards that are blue and peach. So I may go ahead and pull that out. So I'll do Shelly's, and then we'll put something else together. You guys, this is going to be crazy trying to do. I don't think one a week is going to happen, but I'll do the best I can. Oh, look I found this in my stash. So that's in here, so I can use it in hers. So there we go. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed this. And have you taken on the challenge to bust a paper pad? I have a feeling we'll be using paper pads, or it will be an option in most of the challenges moving forward, because you know I could at least maybe make one go away, or half part of one doing that. Okay, so there you go. Do you have some ideas of what you would like to see on this channel? Also, let me know. We will be back tomorrow with the January Just Junk Journal Challenge, and it is Today was belly band. Fabric flip. Fabric flip and fabric pocket is tomorrow. So I hope to see you then. Find something to celebrate every day and have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.